start today seated. We'll have your ball and your lightest weight. So your 2-pound weights, if you have any, and your ball, and we'll be started seated. And then we'll probably come all the way to lying down. But that's how we're going to start today. I'll go back to my mat in a minute. I'm going to give people like 1 more minute to roll through, and then we'll get started. Okay, guys. So, one more time, props that you need for today, or if you would like to add props to your workout today. I have a yoga block, yoga ball, light resistance band, and light set of weights, either 2 or 3-pound weights. So we can come to the mat. I'm taking my tea with me. I have this really cute little poncho now that is so cozy and perfect for the mornings. But she's coming off. Oh, it's getting greasy. Okay, guys, we are going to get started. I'm coming to the mat. Starting seated, you'll have your ball in between your knees, and I have my light set of weights in my hands. I'm going to bring them down actually next to me because we won't use them right away, but as we come down to our back, we'll start to use them. So feet are planted down into the mat. Ball is in the inner thighs, in between the knees, starting to squeeze into the ball, engage through the inner thighs. Arms come nice and long, palms are facing each other. We start by finding 5 rolls of the shoulders, just pulling the shoulders up to the ears and rolling the shoulders down the back, taking some breaths here. For 3. Starting to feel that tightness, if we have any, through the shoulders, around the neck. 1 more, drawing the shoulders down the back, plug the shoulders down, squeezing the shoulder blades together, squeezing into that ball with the inner thighs, breathing in. As you breathe out, start to round out through the belly, nod your chin to chest, start to peel back just a few inches, find that C curve with your spine. From here, we pause and hold. Take 1 big breath. As you breathe out, notch your chin to chest. Slowly peel back up, open up the chest to your sits bones. And again, breathing in, squeezing the ball, round out through the spine, find your C curve, and pause. Hold here, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing out, nod your chin to chest, peel back up. For 4. Fully connected through the inner thighs, all the way up through the middle and to the upper back. Breathing in and breathing out. Come back up. 1 more here. Squeezing the ball. Lower it down. Find that C curve. Hold. Right elbow bends. Pull that right elbow back towards the ribs. Extend the arm. Opposite. Pull that left elbow back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Extend it. If you want to add the weights right away, you can already grab those weights. Pull that right elbow back and extend. Pull that left elbow back and extend. Keep that C curve, especially with that low back. Breathing in and out. For 3 and 2. Keep squeezing that ball. Last one to the right. And to the left, extend both the arms. Pull back 2 inches, up 2 inches. Back 2 inches, Up 2 inches, keeping the shoulders drawing down the back. Finding that control. Little breath in, little breath out. Little breath in and out for 8. Reaching those fingertips forward. Shoulders away from ears. Keep that C curve for 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up to the sits bones. Beautiful. Arms come up, biceps to ears. Again, drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Taking a breath in. As you breathe out, squeeze the ball, start to curl back. Keep the biceps to ears. Come all the way down onto your back. Arms come back. Open up the chest here. Take that stretch. Feel the back pull away from the mat. Now, as you breathe out, press your palms down towards your hips. Keep the back down on the mat. Find that initial connection to the core here. Arms come back up, biceps to ears. Take a breath in, squeeze the ball, open up the chest. As you breathe out, press the palms down to your hips. Feel the ribs hug around the belly. Feel that initial connection to the core. Again, arms reach up, open up the chest. Press the palms down. Feel the ribs hug around the belly. As you take that breath out and sigh, you should feel everything coming together like it's corseting around the belly button. Arms come up, 2 more like this. Press the palms down. Last one, arms come up, breathe in. As you breathe out, press the palms down, nod your chin to chest. Find your upper ab crunch, peeling your shoulder blades up off the mat. Breathe in, see if you can reach the fingertips a little bit closer. See if we can reach the shoulder blades up a little bit higher. Breathing in. As you breathe out, the arms come up, the head comes down. Beautiful. Again, breathing in. As you breathe out, press the palms down, nod your chin to chest, find your upper ab crunch, squeeze into that ball, squeeze the inner thighs. The middle of the back is glued down into the mat. Ribs are hugging around the belly. Breathing in, breathe out, arms come up, head comes down. For 3. Take that big breath out as the palms come down. One more here. Press the palms down, curl up, hold. Just the arms spin up to the ears. Press the palms down. For 4. See if you can curl up a little bit higher as the arms come down. 2 more. Last one. Arms come up. The head comes down. Beautiful, guys. Keep the arms up nice and tall. Scooting my hips just a little closer to my heels. Biceps to ears. Take a big breath in. That chest is open. Press the palms down. Hover the arms so they're just an inch from the mat. Don't find that curl up yet. Press the middle of the back down into the mat. Now, from here, I want you to feel like I'm pulling your wrists forward towards the front of your mat. Nod your chin to chest. It's that little curl up and then curl right back down, keeping those palms nice and long, keeping the arms long. Nod chin to chest like I'm pulling your wrist. Slowly curl back down. Again, finding that connection to the upper core. Squeeze the ball, engage through the inner thighs to connect to that full body. You're here for 5. Little pull of the wrists, arms stay nice and long. Think less of bringing the chin into your chest and more of lifting through the whole spine. The neck just follows the direction of the rest of the back. For 3. Here's 2. 1 more, curl up and hold. Turn the palms to face you, squeeze that ball. Open the arms out to a T. Big breath out, press the hands back towards the hips. Open the arms out, breathe in. Press the hands to the hips. For 5. Last 3. For 2. Last one. Curl up and hold. Now, can we bend the elbows, think thumbs to the shoulders? Curl up. 7. Squeeze that ball. Again, you can always choose to use the weights. We're coming to them soon. You're here only for 3, 2, and 1. Arms come up, the head comes down. Good job, guys. Take a little stretch here. Open up the chest. Feel that stretch through the spine. Squeeze into that ball. Now we'll start to add the legs. Arms come up nice and tall. Wrists come over the shoulders. You want the middle of the back to plug down into the mat. Squeezing into the ball. Arms come up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, press your palms down. Find your upper ab crunch and bring the legs to a tabletop position. You hover the feet parallel to the knees, squeezing the inner thighs. Knees are stacked right above the hips. Finding that connection again, middle of the core, glued down into the mat. Fingertips are reaching nice and long. Arms reach up. You tap your toes down, opening up the chest. Press the palms down, pull the knees back into the chest. Find that full crunch and breathe out. Breathe in and out. In and out. Now feeling that connection through the upper core and the lower core. For 7. Constant squeeze of the inner thighs. Only 3, 2. Last one, curl up and hold. Squeeze that ball. If we can, extend the legs. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring them back. Breathe in and out. For 3. Constant squeezing of the ball. Reaching those fingertips forward. Last one, breathing in. Breathe out, bring the knees back into the chest. Arms can come up, the head comes down. Keep the knees stacked right over your hips. Now, in this normal tabletop position, before we even do anything, we want to make sure that the low back is still glued to the mat. So we should already feel connected to the belly holding this position. Wrists are stacked over the shoulders. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, press the palms down, nod your chin to chest, and extend the legs. We've added everything together. Pull the knees into the chest, arms come up, the head comes down. Take a breath out, press the palms down. Pull the knees in, find that breath, find that break. For 4. We got it, guys. For 3, really feeling that full connection to the belly now. We're only 10 minutes into class and we have this full connection here that we can carry through the rest of our class and even through the rest of our day. Only 2 more. We got it. Press and extend. Squeeze the inner thighs. Last one here. Press the palms down. Extend the legs. Hold. Start to pump those arms. Little tiny pumps. Breathing in and breathing out. In and out. For 3. For 2. Last one. Arms come up, knees come into the chest. Hands can grab onto that ball. Pull the knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice little hug here. We'll take 3 deep breaths, pulling the knees deeply into the chest. Feeling the stretch. Stay here. I'm going to add one thing onto my... I want to make sure I'm not getting hundreds of important calls as we do at 6:30 in the morning. Okay. I'm back. Ball is in between the knees. Hand is around the knees. Knees are pulling into the chest. Okay. Ball's coming back in between the knees. Hands are around the shins. Start to squeeze that ball. Hands are coming around the shins, elbows out wide. Take a breath in As you breathe out, nod your chin to chest, curl up into that ball. Keep squeezing that ball with the knees. From here, extend the legs, arms come back, biceps to ears. Breathe in. Breathe out, big circle of the arms. Try not to ruin your tree. Pull your knees into your chest. And again, breathe and extend the legs. Circle the arms. Pull the knees into the chest. Breathe out. You're here for 5. Breathe in and extend. Breathe out, circle. Breathe in and extend. Squeeze that ball with the inner thighs. Last 3. We have that ball in between the inner thighs because if we can truly connect to the inner thighs, the entire body stays engaged and it helps you engage to the belly more so than your low back. One more, breathing in, breathe out. Knees come into the chest, you can lower down. Ball will come next to you. We don't need it at the moment. Bring your legs up nice and tall to the ceiling. Hands come around the back of the hamstrings. Nod your chin to chest, curl up and hold. Hands come behind that left leg. Right leg will start to fall towards the floor. Really curl up and pull that left knee into the chest. Take a big breath out, switch your legs. Hands come behind that right leg. And again. Hold as we, what? Hold before we switch. So take that second hold and then we switch. Hold, switch, holds. 5 and 5. Little breath out. 3 and 3. 1 and 1. The legs come up to the ceiling, hands come around the hamstrings, lower down. Arms come up nice and tall, wrists stacked right over the shoulders. Make sure the middle of the back is already glued down into the mat. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, press the palms down, nod your chin to chest, curl up here and hold. Reach those fingertips a little bit closer to the end or front of that mat. Pull the belly down into the mat. The right leg starts to lower. Feel that change. Switch the legs. And again. How does it feel different not having that support behind that leg? If we need to keep the hands behind the hamstring, just continue to do what we were just doing. If we can add on, find this little challenge. You're here for 4 and 4. 2 and 2. You got it. 1 and 1. Bring the hands around the shins. Pull the knees into the chest. Whew. Little core burner. Okay. I would like you to bring your feet down to the mat and grab your weights. I have my 2-pound weights. Wrists are stacked right over the shoulders. Feet are pressing down into the mat. My heels are close to my hips, but they are not touching. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, press your palms down. Nod your chin to chest. Curl up and hold. Feel that difference having the weight in the palms. Now turn the palms to face each other. Can we bring the legs to tabletop? When we do so, can we bend the elbows? So this is how we're starting. Extend your right leg, extend the arms, bend the elbow, pull it back. Left leg extends, extend the arms, bend the elbow, pull it back. Extend and bend. Breathe in and out. For 4 and 4. You're halfway there. If it's too much to stay curled, have head, neck, and shoulders down and do the triceps and the legs at the same time with the head, neck, and shoulders down. Last one, breathing in, breathe out, extend the arms, reach the arms all the way up, the head comes down. Good job, guys. All right, we're bringing the legs up to the ceiling, arms stay up, wrists stacked over the shoulders. Find external rotation, squeeze the inner thighs. We're making a V with your feet. So you have heels glued together, inner thighs and glutes squeezing together, a little bit of room between the toes. This time, tiny bend in the elbows, press the palms down, nod your chin to chest, curl up here and hold. The legs slowly start to lower, breathe in, keep the back glued down. The second the back wants to lift, stack the heels right back up, arms come up and head comes down. Now, can we combine? As you curl, the legs start to lower. As you lift, arms come up, head comes down. Don't let your legs take over for the whole exercise. Make sure we're keeping connected to the core. Make sure the middle of the back stays glued down into the mat. No arching of that low back. Squeeze the inner thighs, breathing in. And out for 4. Breathing out, squeeze and press those heels together. Shoulders always pulling away from the ears. Last 2, you can do anything for 2. Last one here, press the palms down, curl up and hold. Turn the palms to face you, open the arms out wide. Press the hands to the hips. For 4. Last 2. Last one. Knees come into the chest, the arms come up. Good job, you guys. Okay, weights can come down for a second. Pull the knees into your chest, give yourself a nice little hug here. Big breath in and out. One more. Now bring your arms out wide to a T. Let your legs come to a tabletop position. We'll take a quick stretch for your low back. Let the knees fall to the left. Look over to that right palm. And you might hear a crack or two. My back, especially early in the morning, always will. We're, of course, tighter in the morning when we get up. So finding a little bit of movement before we start to stretch is important so that we can allow the body to warm up a little bit, allow the muscles to warm up a little bit before we actually actively start to stretch and pull and give the body a little bit of love. We just gotta wait till it's a little warmer. Knees come back up over the hips. Let the knees fall to the right. Look over to that left palm. Same thing here. Take that 2 deep breaths. Feel that stretch through the back. One more breath. Okay. Bringing the knees stacked back up over the hips. And we will nod chin to chest, coming up to seated, however it feels best to you. Grab a quick sip of water, and then we will put a light resistance band around the thighs. And if you would like to also grab a light set of weights, so I'm going to keep my 2-pound weights here. Get a sip of water, and then grab your resistance band and put it on around the thighs. So, band is coming just right in between the knees and the hips, right to the middle of the quads. We're coming onto your side. I am going to go to my left side. So I have my left forearm down on the mat, pressing up out of that left forearm. If you have a hard time connecting to the right position here when we're in this side plank, you have some options. The ball is a really good assistance, a little assister here for the rib cage. If we tend to sink down, if you tend to send the shoulder up to the ear and you want to sink down, not using that rib cage, right? So we really want to pull up from that bottom rib cage, that left rib cage. So the ball can be a good little helper there if this is a newer feeling to you. I have one of my weights in my right hand, and then I'm going to extend my left leg out nice and long, flexing that foot, starting to pull the leg up just a little to find a little bit of tension in that band, making sure I can keep and lift up through my left rib cage. Okay, right arm is going to reach up right over the wrist and the shoulder. Okay, we have that leg lifted, just hovering. From here, you're gonna take a little cross, tap the weight down, reach the weight back up. Little tap down, reach it right back up. Keeping that leg hovering, feeling that bottom rib cage drop up towards the sky. For 9, little tap, little lift. For 8, finding that engagement to the entire body. 7, keeping that little hover of that right leg. Little tap, little lift. For 4, 3, 2. Last one, keep that right arm up nice and tall. If this gets too much, you can always bring that right arm back down to tap to the mat. If we can, hold that arm up, sweep that right leg forward, start to sweep it back, press into that band. Sweep the leg forward, sweep it back, keeping that right palm stacked right up over that shoulder. Pressing up out of the left forearm, sweep it forward, sweep it back. Breathing in to sweep it forward, breathing out to sweep it back. For 4, 3. Nice strong arm, squeeze those shoulder blades. Last one, sweep it forward, sweep it back, come back to center, bring that arm down. You can tent the hand down into the mat. Sweep that right leg forward. Now sweep it back to center, hold. Pulse it up, 10 and 9, lifting up out of that left rib cage. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, hold, little circles, 5, 4, 3, press up out of that right palm, and 1, reverse your circle, 5. Try to keep the leg hovering. For 3, 2, and 1, pause, find external rotation, pulse it up again, 8, and 7, you can do it. 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1, rest that leg. Good job, guys. From here, can we bring that right knee on top of the left knee? Press that right palm into the mat. See if we can take a little lift, pressing up out of the hips. We're now lifted onto that forearm. Can we open up the chest? Can we hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that hand down. Send the hips down. Beautiful. Extend that left leg out long. Nope, that's your arm. Extend your left arm out long. Think bicep to ear, resting the head on that left arm. Now, the right leg will extend again. We want to hover that leg. You'll sweep the leg forward. Now, I want you to make a big circle. You're going to pull the leg up, find it so that it's centered, sweep it down, and sweep it forward. Press it up, bring it to center, sweep it down, sweep it forward, bigger circle for 4. 3, we'll take a stretch through the hip flexors at the end of class. 2, keep that left hip heavy. 1 more. Bring it back to center. Sweep the leg back up, hold. Sweep it back, little presses back and back and back. For 8, 7, keep the left hip heavy. Try to keep the hips stacked over each other. For 3, 2, and 1. Sweep that leg down. Good job, guys. Come on up. We'll come around to the other side. I'm coming onto my right forearm. I'm going to stay facing this way so you guys can see me. Grab that weight again, and we'll go right to that other side. Knees are bent, pressing up out of that right forearm. And again, if you need the ball underneath your ribs to help you, go ahead and find that. Bringing my left hand into the weight. We're reaching that left arm up nice and tall, right over the shoulder. making sure my right shoulder is stacked right over the elbow. If you are really far away, it's going to feel hard on the shoulder. And if your shoulder is over your wrist, it's going to feel like way too much pressure in your upper body. So we have to make sure that you find that line, shoulder directly over elbow. Left palm is up. Extend your left leg, flex that foot. We're hovering that leg. Keep the leg hovering. We take that little tap of the weight, reach it up for 10, and lift. Finding that full engagement to the body, keeping that left leg hovering, lifting up from that bottom rib cage. For 6, little tap. 5, little tap. Just 3, and 2. Last one, keep that arm up. Hold here, sweep the leg forward, and sweep the leg back. Sweep it forward, and sweep it back. You're here for 4. Keep that right hip heavy. And sweep it back. You're here for 2, and 2. You got it. 1, and 1. Bring it back to center. You can bring that weight down, press that left palm down. Keep that left leg lifted. Again, we sweep it forward and sweep it back. Breathing in and breathing out. For 3, 2. Start to feel that booty burn. Sweep it back. Bring that left leg so it's centered. We pulse it up for 10 and 9. Lifting up through that rib cage for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We circle 5, 4, 3, 2. We reverse. Let's go. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We bring that leg down. Come down, bicep to ear. Pull up. We lift from that bottom leg. Sweep the leg forward. Lift the leg up. Bring it to center and lower. I know we're using those hip flexors. You have to strengthen and move the hip flexors, even though it can be kind of uncomfortable sometimes. We will always stretch them at the end of class. You're here for 2. Press against that band. You got it. 1 more. Big circle. Good. Find external rotation. Pulse it up for 10 and 9, 8. If this bothers your knee, just take that little bend in the knee for 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Come back to that forearm. No, I did not forget. Bring that top leg on top of the bottom leg. Knees are bent. Compress into that left palm. We lift up out of the hips. See if we can bring that left arm up nice and tall. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send the hips down. Beautiful, guys. Okay. Come on up. We're going to keep the band, except for I want you to bring it lower onto the legs. You're going to bring it instead around the arches of your feet. You'll sit facing the front of your mat. You want the feet flexed. You want just a little bit of pressure in that band. The feet can press down into the mat. I want you to grab your ball. The ball will come behind your back. You want the ball to come behind the middle of your back. So you want to feel the connection. Also have those weights next to you. Those lighter weights, I'm still keeping my 2-pound weights. You want the ball right to where the sports bra starts, kind of right below the shoulder blades. That's where we want that main piece of the ball to be, so that we're able to be lifted. If you have to have the back long like this with the neck bothered, that's usually a sign that we need to either bring the ball a little lower so that we can curl up a little higher. You want to be able to feel your hips, be able to plug down in towards the mat. That's how we know that we're using the core properly. Pressing your feet down, you have the band. You have your weights, and we have our back pressing into the ball. Arms reach up, biceps to ears. Press your palms down by the hips, curl up that little bit higher, find that true C curve. Hips are plugging down towards the mat, pubic bone is plugging up towards the ceiling. From here, can you extend the legs all the way out, flex the feet, okay? Right knee pulls into the chest. You feel that resistance in the band. Extend the leg, but keep it hovering. Pull that right knee back into your chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. For 7 and 6. Breathe in and out. Only 3 more. Keep that curve of the spine. 1 more. Pull that right knee into the chest. Hold. Turn your palms to face you. Bend the elbows and straighten. Hold that knee into the chest. You're here for 4 and 3. Keep that curve of the spine. 1 more. Extend the arms, extend that leg. Turn the palms to face down. Pull the left knee in. Breathe out. Breathe in. You're here for 4. You got it. Arms long, shoulders away from ears. For 2. Hold the left knee into the chest. Turn the palms to face each other. Bend the elbows. 5. 3. Press into that ball. 2. 1 more. As you extend the arms, you can extend the leg. Palms face down. Arms can come up. Take a nice stretch. Open up the chest. Let the weights fall back. This should feel like a really nice stretch on the stomach, maybe even through the spine. Big breath in and out here for 2. Beautiful, guys. All right, arms are going to reach up nice and tall. Press the palms down. Nod your chin to chest. Find your crunch here. Now, bring the feet back. We can let the band slip off the feet. Bring the feet down into the mat. From here, right knee comes into your chest. Hold that tabletop position just with that right leg. Can we bring hands behind the head? Yes, with the weights. If we can do it without the weights, bring the weights down, okay? Left elbow to right knee. And come home. You're here for 5. For 4. 3. Breathe out when you twist. 2. Only 1 more. Plant that right foot down. Go right to the left side. Left elbow to right knee. For 5. Breathing out as you twist. 4. 2 more. Last one. Plant that left foot down. Good job, guys. Bring those weights down. Hands come around the shins. Pull yourself up to seated. Good job, guys. We're coming to kneeling. I want you to have your heavier weights. I have my 3-pound weights now. We'll focus on the arms a little bit more. You're kneeling, and whenever I'm kneeling, I like to stack my mat a little bit because I have just a regular yoga mat with me, and they're not always the most supportive for your knees, especially if you have any issues with your knees. I don't even have issues with my knees, but these mats are so thin, so I like to stack them. I have my 3-pound weights with me. Pressing my knees into the mat, already starting to press my hips forward, lifting up off of my heels. I have my palms facing up, elbows are tucked into the chest. Now we're gonna add a little bit of a connection to the quads. So I want you to think of your hips pressing back, your chest tipping forward, almost like a seesaw. You can't do one without the other. Now we're not letting the chest sink down, and we're not rounding out through the back. So it's squeezing of the shoulder blades, but it's a nice long spine. You could let a book slide off the end of your back, right? We have the elbows tucked into the chest. We're pulling the elbows back here. From here, we extend the arms down, slide and pull the elbows back. Extend the arms down, slide the elbows back. You're here for 12. Nice long spine, keeping that halfway dip. Little tip from the chest, little tip back from the hips. Breathing out as you bend the elbows. And in for 5. For 3. Here's 2. Last one, slide the elbows back, pause. Now, can we extend the arms in front of you? Turn your arms to sweep back. Sweep the arms back. Slowly let them sweep down. Sweep the arms back. Slowly let them come down. If anything, use power and energy to lift, resistance and control to lower. For 8. Breathing out. And in. For 5. Core is super connected here. So even though we're focusing on that upper body, the core is what's helping you keep your form. So core is always engaged in working. Last 2. Last one, press the palms back and hold, pulse it up for 10. Think of the shoulders pressing away from the ears the whole time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the arms sweep down. Breathing in, breathe out, press the arms back. Turn the palms to face each other. Again, pulse it out for 10. And 9, you got it. 8, 7, shoulders away from ears. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweep the arms down, come all the way up. Beautiful, you guys. Bring the arms out wide, bend the elbows. Hands will come together for hug a tree. As you do that, sit the hips down to the heels. Press the hips forward, squeeze the booty. Hands come together. Lift the hips. For 12. Squeezing the shoulder blades as the arms come out wide, but again, staying fully connected to the belly, so we're not starting to feel this in the back. For 5. 2 more. Stay lifted, open the arms and pause. Bring the arms together, bring the arms apart for 3. Almost done. 2. Last one, arms come out wide, pause, turn the palms up, turn the palms down. 5. 3, 2, 1. Turn the palms up, bend the elbows, bicep curl as the hips come down, and lift, press the hips forward. 12. For 10. Keeping the belly, squeezing around that belly button, ribs around that belly button. For 4. 2 more. Last one. Stay lifted, extend the arms, slide the elbows back. Extend again. 6. For 4. Shoulders away from ears. Sliding down the back. 3, 2, 1 more. Extend the arms, pause. Open the arms out to a T as you come down. Pull the pinkies back together. For 5, keep the palms facing up. For 3, 2, 1 more. Pull the weights together, slide the elbows back. Sit the hips down to the heels. Nice, guys. Okay. I want you to bring the weights down. We will do one more tiny little burner here for the legs, for the glutes. Extend the mat out nice and long. I know we did lots of core and arms today, but we're gonna give the booty a little burner before we go. If you have a band, I want you to bring a band around the knee. You're bringing it around your left knee and you're bringing it onto your right foot. So you're like, what are we doing? I'm so confused. I get it. Palms come down. You're in a tabletop position. So the band is going to come around the left leg so that the left knee is pressing into the mat and pressing into the band. Then your right foot is going to press into that band. So you're pressing that left knee into the mat and into the band. Shoulders are over your wrists. I have my right foot pressing back into that band. Arch of the foot is pressing into the band. You start to extend the leg back, pull the knee into the chest. Extend the leg back, pull the knee into the chest. Breathing in as you extend, breathe out. Breathing in and out. You're here for 6 and 5. Really press into that heel. For 3, 2, extend it back in, hold, pulse it back for 10. And 9, really press into the band as you lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now pull the knee into the chest. This time I want you to think of pressing the heel up, pull the knee in. Press the heel up, pull the knee in. You're here for 6. Feel that burn of the glute. Breathe out as you press. For 4 and 3. Last 2. One more. Press it up. Hold. Pulse it out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knee in. Woo! Nice, guys. Take that little burner to the other side, and then we'll take 1 or 2 stretches, okay? Almost done. Give it everything you've got. It's going around the left arch of the foot. Band is pressing down into that right knee. Okay, extend the leg back. Pull the knee into the chest. You got it. You're here for 10. Breathing out and in. You're here for 6, 5. Press into the base of that left glute. For 3, 2. Press it back in. Hold. Pulse it up for 10. And 9, pressing back as you lift. Try not to let the belly sink down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knee in. Press that heel up and in for 7 and 6. You'll have a side that's easier. Push past the weaker side. You're here for 3. Almost done. 2. Last one. Pulse it up for 5, 4, 3. Finish strong. Good job, guys. All right, get rid of that band. I want you to bring your left foot forward. Right knee is pressing down into the mat. Again, if you need to double the mat just for a little more comfort for your knee, go ahead and do that. Extending that left leg forward. Okay, so I didn't do this very well, like at all. There we go. Well, it is early in the morning, right? I can only be perfect like 95% of the time, you know? Pressing into that left foot, sending that left knee forward. Try to keep your left knee over your ankle. Now we're really finding that stretch through that right hip flexor. You have your block to help you with the stretching. So if you want to use that block, press that right palm into the block and take that stretch. We'll take 4 deep breaths here. Good job today, guys. 2 more big breaths. Really let the hips sink down. Let that right hip flexor truly press forward and stretch, especially with those exercises that we were doing today. Whew. Really getting, oh, that stretch is so, it's such a painful stretch, yet it feels so good. It's like that good pain that you know you're doing what you need to do with your body. It doesn't necessarily mean that it feels good, but you know you're doing the right thing. One more big breath in and out here, and then shift your weight back, flex your left foot, and then you can find a stretch here through the back of that left leg. Rather than trying to round out, I want you to think of pressing into the palms and opening up through your chest. That's going to allow a deeper stretch through the back of that left leg. Take 3 deep breaths here. One more here. Good, guys. We'll switch the legs. So again, especially in a class like this that's so early in the morning, it's a lot better for us to stretch as the class ends versus when we start, because so much of our tightness is about the body being cold and stiff and not having moved, which right when we're sleeping, it's about as stiff as can be. So once the body is warm, we can really start to use the stretch to actually help us open up through the muscles, open up through where we feel tight, especially in the mornings and after having had slept. So that's why I always like to make sure to leave the stretching mostly for the end. When you teach evening classes, or when we do evening classes, it's a little bit different, and we can be a little bit more proactive with our stretching because everyone's been moving throughout the day. Sorry, guys. I have no idea if that was all weird. I have my best friend lives in Singapore, and her timing is always really off, and she called me. Anyway, so then we're bringing back into that left foot, extend back through that left leg, flex that right foot. My gosh, you guys. Extend back through that right leg. Flex that right foot, feel that stretch through the back of the right leg. And then after this, we'll take a seat and we'll do 1 or 2 stretches before we say goodbye. But stretching through the backs of the legs, stretching through the body is very important to do, especially in the mornings. But like I said, you just want to make sure that you do it once your body is kind of warm so that we're not hurting anything further. And we actually have some more mobility because we're very immobile early in the mornings. Okay, guys, take that last deep breath in and out here. Now we'll come to seated on the mat. You can be cross-legged, or you can have the legs out nice and long, whatever feels better to you. We'll bring right hand to belly, left hand to heart, and we'll take 5 deep breaths to finish out class. I want you to use these 5 breaths as a moment to check in with your body. Use these breaths as a time to be grateful for your body being healthy, moving you through this morning, starting your week out the right way. Be grateful for your mind-body connection, choosing to be here. We are all choosing to move together. I find a power in that, and I feel very grateful for our little community that chooses to come here twice a week and move together. You guys are starting your week out in the right way. If there's any negative energy that you want to let go of from the weekend, from your past, doing that. If there's any energy that you want to bring into this new week, use this breath to do that. You guys started the week out exactly as you should have. Take that moment to be appreciative of you, of your body. We'll take 1 more deep breath here. Beautiful, you guys. Thank you so much for moving with me. Oh my God, happy Monday. So if anyone has any questions about anything, please, you can always just reach out to me via Instagram or direct message. If you have any questions about the Sunset Sculpt class on Thursday evening, just reach out. If you have questions about props, about injuries, anything, future classes, please reach out. Oh, of course, you guys. I love moving with you guys every morning, every Monday morning. I'm tired a little bit still. I don't know if you can tell that it was snowing outside, but it's crazy out there. But thank you for moving with me. Again, if you guys want to be kind of more involved in these workouts and what the workouts look like, I'm going to start, I think, either doing polls on my Instagram stories or on my group message or my group chat on here so that you guys can kind of choose if you want to do more upper body, lower body, focus more on obliques, triceps. I want you guys to feel like you are able to contribute and be part of these workouts if it's something that you're wanting to contribute to, right? If not, just let it be and we'll move every Monday and Thursday. But look out for more recordings. I am posting another short arms and abs workout on Tuesday. It's only like 10 minutes. It's super good, challenging, but like really, really quick. You can add it to any workout or kind of do it even like at work at your lunch or something. So lots of things coming. Please reach out if you need anything or have any questions. And I guess I'll just see you guys soon. Have a wonderful week. Happy December. Happy Monday. And I'll see you guys soon. Okay. Have a great week.